lifestyle was lived all on a hoe. And if you follow Brinks trucks sitting real low, and if you post on the block blowing optimals, then be about your dough, be about your dough. And if you're pushing weight with the blow, or got the peas that you're making straight up off the boat, if you connected with the clockers off of 54th, then I'ma tell you, be about your dough, be about your.
If you'll please fold the verdict form and hand it to Deputy Jarvis. Okay, if you'll please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit in and for Seminole County, Florida, State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict: we, the jury, find George Zimmerman not guilty. So say we all four-person.
Does either side want to poll the jury?
We would, Your Honor.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I'm sorry.
Your party is reached.
What's up, big bro? How you doing?
Oh, you know, man, chilling. What's happening with it, man?
Oh, well, as you know, tonight was the controversial verdict of the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin situation. So I felt it was only right that we get on another session and kind of touch on that a little bit and get your opinions and thoughts on that.
Oh, man, it wasn't really controversial, man, you know. It was normal. That's how they do it, you know. It wasn't really controversial. That's how they do it. You feel me? If it would have been a black man and a white boy, you know, he would have been arrested, asked him on permits immediately, you dig? So you know what it is now. It's just up to the people to show how they really feel about the situation and prevent it from being able to happen again. You know, that's really up to the people. The people hold that power in their hands, you dig?
Yeah, what do you think about that, big bro? Do you think, as of right now, from what I've heard, nothing has really popped off as far as riots or nothing like that? Do you feel people should have taken immediate physical response rather than wait it out and do kind of a more, what would you call it, a kind of more of a peaceful kind of, you know, vent over Twitter and all the social media and stuff like that?
Nah, I ain't talking about nothing peaceful. He didn't die peacefully. You feel me? You can't always resort to peaceful protest. Sometimes you gotta show out and really show your disgruntlement and your unwillingness to accept these certain type of action. You know, that's the only way you're gonna prevent it from happening. You feel me? So you get on social media and, you know, and all that shit, you know, that's cool. But that ain't finna affect no change. That's what motherfuckers been doing. You feel me? You know, the people know what they need to do. You know, that man killed that little brother, you know what I mean? So come on, man. You know, his family ought to be the front line motherfuckers willing to do it. His pops ought to be on deck, you know? But like I said again, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if don't nothing happen either. That's just the way that society is today, homie. That's the state of the community. That's how fucked up it is, homie. You know, ain't nobody really motivated. Ain't nobody got no fire up in them to really resist and break the slave chains of oppression, homie. You know, whether it's psychological, whether it's spiritual, physical, you know, oppression manifests in many ways. And you still got a lot of Negroes that's comfortable being up under oppression. You know, they get to a boiling point every now and then, but they never really, you know, stand up against nothing. That's the sad case. But, you know, I'm just going to be realistic about the way the shit is. And this manifests continuously in various situations. You know how many motherfuckers that got killed by the police or abused by the police since Rodney King and niggas ain't showed out since 92? Come on, man. I can think of a million situations that have transpired since then that warranted niggas showing out, and this is one of them. But I mean, you see it done been hours now and ain't nothing popped off, so, you know.
One of the situations that the Trayvon supporters have been using, I've noticed, is that situation with Marissa Alexander in Florida and how she got 20 years in prison for letting off a warning shot when she was being abused. And people have been kind of using that to show the corruption and kind of the injustice ways of the system the judicial system down there, and just to kind of express that this wasn't a case where they kind of looked at it from a legal perspective. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's always racial, G. Like I said, if that was a black dude and a white little boy, he would have been arrested in them apartments. You feel me? So come on, man. Again, it shouldn't be surprising to nobody. Of course, they banned my sister. Again, that's up to 20 years for firing a warning. So come on, man. That's crazy. His dude just killed the man and didn't even see jail till 3-4 days later. Now the dude is free. They found that dude not guilty. You feel me? They not hungry or nothing. They found that dude not guilty. This dude called the police. The police told him don't follow him and all this shit. And this dude just claims he's going for a walk in the same area and bumps into this dude. Come on, man. They didn't even have half as much of that much evidence in my case, and they found me guilty. You feel me? So you know what it is. The system ain't built for Africans. The system ain't built for justice for no ghetto motherfuckers. It's a European system, G. Everybody in that motherfucker on their money, everything white. You feel me? The state system is built for them, by them, you know what I'm saying, in the interest of them. So it ain't surprising to me. It just is what it is.
So, you mentioned before too that you personally lost a friend over, to a cop, and it's no. I mean, I even saw on Gangsta's Instagram that this is no unusual occurrence in San Diego. He says that, what you call George Zimmerman is what out here what people call the SDPD. What do you think about that?
That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. That's how the SDPD act. They be hunting niggas and Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? They come out with a specific agenda, so he know what he talking about. He from the soil. He got the authority to say that right there. That's a true statement. We see them talking motherfuckers every day. Everybody in Southeast San Diego got a homie that done bumped into a George Zimmerman Babylon. And they wear Trayvon more than that right now with no weapon or nothing, with some trumped up ass charges or accusations made by the shooter that would say they was in the right for shooting him, even though he didn't have a gun, no weapon or nothing. It's the same scenario unfolding in different communities. LA has the Rampart District, New York had the Sean Bell shit. We done seen this shit in many places. I remember some shit in Cleveland, Ohio. It goes down everywhere. They say, the young black life means nothing to them, too. The young ghetto life don't mean nothing to them. So we gotta show them that the ghetto life means something to us. And when they take a ghetto life, we gotta show some form of disgruntlement, homie, in order to allow them to know that this isn't a practice that they need to be repeating. And it's going to always have consequences. I don't want to hear from no Al Sharpton and all these old type of motherfuckers. I don't want to, it ain't, I'm tired of hearing all that shit. They've been doing that shit for 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel, I'm gonna get my conspiracy theorist hat on for a minute, but do you feel that that this whole trial was kind of blown up as a way for the system and government to kind of test the waters and see what people's reaction was going to be because these are kind of trivial times that we're living in.
I don't think that, because how many niggas have been in the same scenario? You feel me? This isn't an original case. This is just a widely publicized case.
Exactly.
But this ain't the first of its kind. And this ain't the first time that a motherfucker that got off scot-free. So now I don't think it's a test. It's just a furthering of its system for their interests, which is white men. You feel me? They got a million niggas in jail for shit that they didn't even really do. But yet it's constantly motherfuckers getting away. That's white motherfuckers with shit that they really done did. 3 years or no time at
that's what I was kind of alluding to, is the fact that this case isn't really nothing new, but yet it's being blown up to the point where people are getting, you know, it's like, it's bringing back the same feelings like you said, 92. Obviously not the same results as what happened then, but I'm saying the same kind of feeling, the same kind of, you know, everybody's kind of like united for 1 minute, you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of on the same page and recognizing that the injustices being done to people of color, you know what I mean? You know,
Shit, I know in 92, in Dago, I know for a fact that homies followed suit and started looting and shit. It was a small group of motherfuckers, but I know for a fact that once the homies kicked off what they kicked off up there in LA, some young niggas in Dago did their thing too. You feel me? So it might not be as publicized, it might not be as full media covered and all that old type of shit, but you know, it's gonna be a whole lot of pockets of motherfuckers that follow their lead, but it's gonna have to start where it happened at though. LA niggas ain't finna ride for some other niggas before them niggas ride for their stuff. Dago niggas ain't, New York niggas ain't, Chicago niggas ain't. But I bet you if niggas pull out their shit, you know, get their shit popping, niggas in different areas is gonna pop off too. That's one thing about niggas, they be looking for an excuse to get it in. They be just looking for an excuse to get it in all kind of ways, you feel me? So now if niggas, if motherfuckers take the initiative and pop it off, niggas follow suit. But niggas ain't finna just spark it off and it ain't even happening in their hood or nothing. You know? And that's the way it should be. You feel me? You know, Florida niggas ought to be on that mission. Just like when when the Rodney King shit happened, LA niggas got on that mission because it happened in their city. Niggas in the Bay, niggas in San Diego, niggas was participating though. You feel me? And that was a grown-ass man on PCP. This was a 17-year-old little boy. How many niggas got little brothers, little nephews, that shit that just could have been? My little relative see white motherfucker following him. He like, but that 2 pieces motherfucking ass too. I think it's the Babylons. What did you follow me for, dude? You feel me? That could have been any one of our little family members. You know? So, you know. It's weird because, you know, the state of the people's minds nowadays, I mean, niggas will ride on niggas fast as a motherfucker, but when it comes time to doing something for the whole of the community or the race, it seems like motherfuckers don't have no motivation to do it. And that shit is real saddening, G. You know, it's like motherfuckers lack pride in their culture and they race and shit. You know, you ain't gotta tell a white motherfucker to stand up for their race. You ain't gotta tell no Mexican them either. You feel me? No Asian, none of that. But it seemed like when it comes to black folks, it's like, you know, it seemed like for a lot of them, for the majority of them in these days and times, it's like that's the furthest thing from their nature. It's like they really resist that comprehension of that right there. And that's fucked up because that lets you know exactly how much the odds are stacked against us once it comes time to really try to unite and do something for the greater good of the people itself. You know? Because ultimately, you know, the young motherfuckers in the community is the soldiers. Them is the motherfuckers who gonna be doing the battle. You know, you might have a few older elements in the field general type motherfuckers. You know, but the majority of the soldiers are gonna be the youngsters. Now, if they ain't got no comprehension of why it's necessary to fight this fight valiantly for the interest of their race and have that black love, then we ain't even gonna be able to fire no shots in the battle. It's gonna be over.
Your lifestyle was lived all on a hoe. And if you follow Brinks trucks sitting real low, and if you post on the block blowing optimals, then be about your dough, be about your dough. And if you're pushing weight with the blow, or got the P's of Jamaican straight up off the boat, if you connected with the clockers off of 54th, then I'ma tell you, be about your dough, be about your